NOX tiltrotator options and prices for a Yanmar 55 in under 3 minutes. Let's go. First up, pick the right model, a 5.5 tonne machine. It's the TR07. Next up, decide how we're mounting it. This makes no difference to the price. The first option is a direct mount. Take off your existing hitch and mount the NOX on permanently. Or a sandwich style, sometimes known as a top coupler. Essentially fit an S-type coupler to the machine and then pick up your NOX that way. Allows you to take it off if you're doing any heavy digging or working a breaker. The downside is it does add a little bit of weight and a bit more height. That's pretty much this setup there, S-type top coupler and a TR07. Next up, let's choose what lower coupler we're after. 99% of the time I would always recommend an S-lock, an S40, but the D-lock is an option if you want to use your standard conventional buckets. That is a kind of standard pin grabber coupler. But as I said, my recommendation would be the S-lock, especially if you're going for the sandwich mount. Now we can do this model with either an S40 or an S45. 100% of the time if you're choosing between the two, for me it's S40, it's just narrower and lighter, especially if you're using the gripper. Next up, control systems. Now this is going to be determined by your excavator first and foremost. If you only have one hydraulic circuit, then the NOX Prop Plus is your only option. It uses a single acting auxiliary circuit, and then we put our control system in with the joysticks and the screen and the boom cable, and that's what controls your NOX. Alternatively, if you have multiple hydraulic circuits, we can do a DF4 or a DF10. A 10 is fully hydraulic, needs a service for every function. A DF4 is a nice middle ground. Both of these options quite a bit cheaper than the Prop Plus, but does lose the ability to modify and fully fine tune your setup. But the install is much quicker. The gripper is optional, it's completely up to you, but it does add a little bit more weight, especially if you're doing a top coupler setup. So the important part, prices. Now these do not include delivery, install or VAT, and these are the UK retail prices. So the TR07, either direct mount or sandwich, we'll come back to that in a second. S40 or S45, as I said, let's go S40. The full spec or the Prop Plus, 20,000, just above my finger there, 20,120 plus VAT install delivery. Or the DF10, you can see considerably cheaper, 13,925. So let's forget the S45, go to the D-lock, which is the one that picks up your standard pin grabber style buckets. Quite a bit more expensive, 22,985 plus the VAT, or 16,775. The DF4 obviously sits between the two. Now the reason it says DMSW, it's the same price for the NOX whether you're doing direct mount or sandwich. The only additional one is the price of the top coupler. So there's your options and prices in under 3 minutes. Let us know in the comments what machine we should do next. And any more info, attachmentco.co.uk or attachmentco.com if you're in the US.